Have you ever felt like no matter how hard you try, nothing changes, like you're putting in the work day after day, yet you're still stuck in the same place? You start questioning yourself, is this even worth it? Am I just wasting my time? If you've ever felt this way, I want to tell you something. You're not alone, because the truth is, every successful person you know has felt this way too. Number 1, the turning point. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Colonel Sanders. He spent his entire life cooking chicken at a small gas station. When he finally decided to sell his recipe, he believed this was his breakthrough moment. But guess what? 1,009 restaurants rejected him. Think about that. 1,009 people said no. 1,009 times he was told his idea wouldn't work. Most people would have given up, but he didn't, because Sanders believed that the next attempt could be the one that changed everything, and it did. On his 1,010th attempt, someone finally said yes. That yes became KFC, one of the biggest fast food chains in the world. His story wasn't about talent. It wasn't about luck. It was about not giving up when most people would have quit. Number 2, the power of small, consistent actions. Success isn't always about making huge moves. Sometimes it's just about showing up, even when you don't feel like it. Imagine a guy who starts doing 10 push-ups a day. Doesn't seem like much, right? But one day turns into a week turns into a month, and before he knows it, he's doing 100 push-ups a day without even thinking about it. That's the power of showing up. It's not about how far you still have to go. It's about asking yourself, did I show up today? Because when you keep showing up, even on the bad days, that's when real change happens. Number 3, facing rejection and failure. But what about failure? What about those moments when you try and still fall flat on your face? Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time, once said, "I have missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. I've failed over and over again, and that's why I succeed. Every no you hear, every rejection you face is just building the strength for your next win. So the next time you fail, don't ask, why me? Instead ask, what is this teaching me? Because failure isn't the end of your story. It's just another chapter. Number 4, believing in your process. Sometimes the hardest part is believing that your effort is even making a difference. You've been trying for weeks, months, maybe even years, yet nothing seems to be happening. But growth isn't always visible right away. Have you ever heard about the bamboo tree? When you plant a bamboo seed, nothing happens for the first 5 years. No sprout, no sign of growth, just empty soil. But in the 5th year, something amazing happens. In just 5 weeks, that bamboo shoots up 90 feet in the air. You see, during those 5 years, it wasn't failing. It was building roots. Your hard work right now, your late nights, your struggles, they're building your roots. Even if you can't see the results yet, your growth is happening. Number 5, small wins lead to bigger wins. Let's talk about Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Before Apple became the global empire it is today, Jobs was fired from his own company. How's that for a setback? But instead of giving up, Jobs used that setback as fuel to come back even stronger. He created Pixar, and when Apple invited him back, he helped revolutionize the tech industry with the iPhone. If Jobs had stayed down after being fired, we might never have seen the products we use today. He didn't give up after one setback. He kept working, believing in his vision, and ultimately changed the world. Number 6, consistency over perfection. Let's shift gears to Oprah Winfrey, one of the most influential women in the world. Before becoming a household name, Oprah faced countless struggles. She was fired from her first TV job for being unfit for television. Can you imagine the pain of being told you're not good enough for a job you love? But Oprah didn't quit. She went on to create one of the most successful media empires in history. She didn't wait for perfection. She kept showing up, improving her craft, and being consistent. Oprah's story teaches us that your journey might not be smooth, but with hard work and consistency, it's possible to turn setbacks into triumphs. Number 7, encouragement to keep going. Take a moment to think about J.R.R. Tolkien, the author of The Lord of the Rings. Before Tolkien became one of the most beloved writers in the world, he faced years of rejection. His manuscript was rejected by multiple publishers. He could have easily given up after hearing no again and again, but he believed in his story. He kept pushing forward, and eventually his book sold over 150 million copies. The Lord of the Rings is now one of the greatest literary works ever. Sometimes the difference between success and failure is simply believing in your work, even when others don't see its value. If you found this video helpful, please like and click the subscribe button to support this channel's growth. More inspiring content is on the way, so don't forget to turn on the bell notifications to stay updated. Thank you for watching.